Hi, Cancer. This is Jess with your weekly reading for December 19th to the 25th. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day. So, Cancer, I do see this coming week that some of you definitely are going to have a problematic situation on your hands simply because you've worked too much. Like, some of you just really work a lot, and it's great because you have a lot of money. You're very successful. You're very financially stable. The problem is that some of you have recently met someone and things are going really well with this person. And unfortunately, things have like kind of moved quickly. Okay, with you and this person, it's very mutual. And I feel like there's going to be some worry and concern because you might hear that you can't get any time off or they can't. And it wasn't like you guys had these long-standing plans of seeing each other, because again, it could have, this thing that kind of took off could have happened very quickly, and now they want to come see you or you them, or you just want to go see your family. You may just have this gnawing feeling like, I want to be home, I want to see my family. Some type of event could have now just come out of the blue, like, oh, something is happening, oh, you guys are doing this, or I need to be there for whatever. And there will be, again, that concern and worry that you won't be able to make it because you will have to work. Okay. So there's that for some of you. But I feel like for those of you that have that type of worry, I feel like you're going to try to finagle, lie, hook or crook, as they say, lie or scheme your way out of an obligation in order for you, again, to see this person or your family, okay, or someone that's very significant to you. And I do see this week being overall very happy for Cancers. I was going to start off by saying, for those of you that aren't necessarily having the best time in life for yourselves and you're going through more of a challenge, please go and check another sign that relates to you for your moon, rising, and sun, and Venus for the love portion. That is not Cancer, because Cancer really does seem to have a really good week, it's not perfect. So there's a little hiccups along the way. But again, for the most part, a lot of you are getting through whatever circumstances that you've kind of found yourself in. Now, others of you I'm seeing, there could have been somebody that some of you have kind of distanced yourself from, or they distanced themselves from you. I feel like some of you could have not heard from someone for a while, or you, and you didn't, it was unclear as to why you guys just stopped speaking, that sort of thing, or where they went and how that happened. There can be definitely a speaking or a kind of out of the blue. It's almost like you guys see each other again, you talk again, that sort of thing, and you are able to kind of find out what happened, why the person walked away, why the person left. And for some of you, you'll realize that the person was just overwhelmed. They had a lot of stuff going on that they kind of didn't want to share with people. And it's like now they kind of have control over a circumstance or situation. And some of you who have been feeling very overwhelmed in the past weeks and even months, for some of you, it's like literally out of the blue, and it could happen for some of you this week, that you're gonna get a handle of things. Things are literally going to kind of like just dissipate. And some of you might not even realize, like, how did it happen? It just all of a sudden, because again, if you have a lot going on at work, you might be at a point where work just starts to slow down. Okay. If you were overwrought with clients and that sort of thing, it just may be, again, a more slowdown, but it's slowdown that's welcomed. It's not like your money is at jeopardy at all. You guys have, for those of you that this relates to, financially, you guys are doing really well for yourself. And by the end of the week, there's going to be gifts, I see, in the form of money or actual gifts that you will be giving. A lot of you will be going to see people, bringing gifts to them. I feel like children will be very significant. So if you have a grandchild, your own child, you really have been putting the pedal to the metal to, I feel like, buy your mate's child or your child or grandchild, some child, a toy or something that they really want. So someone coming, it could be the child's father, it could be an ex of yours, someone coming into town, coming to see you, is going to be a welcome surprise. It will really be. I don't see necessarily that it's going to be a complete surprise. I feel like the baby is going to be shocked, but of all the gifts and whatever, the loving on them. But this hasn't this isn't going to happen without a lot of work. Like someone really did, work, put a lot of time and energy and working hours and really banked up that money so that this could be a very memorable Christmas for some of you that acknowledge it or even live in the States. And for others of you, I feel like you have been saving your money and keeping your eye on a particular purchase or something that you wanted to obtain. And there will be reaching that by month end, I feel, for a lot of you. Okay. Although it took some strategic planning and finagling for this to happen. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. But money looks good. There seems to be more money coming in at the end of the month. A lot of you, some of you will forego going to see family and that sort of thing. And someone may be coming to see you again because you have to work. And so that will be your priority. It looks like you guys have a specific focus on something. Now, to level this out, there will be, I feel some of you might experience that some of you could have seen someone or something as too good to be true. And although it could have seemed too good to be true, you still went with it because it made you happy. Although either some of you were being disingenuous in how you were expressing your feelings towards someone, or someone was just putting it on a little bit too much for you. And I feel like you do really well for yourself, and that person just may not want to be alone, or vice versa. You don't want to be alone. And so you're latching on to someone and you're kind of, again, charming the pants off of them, and you're not necessarily being very transparent. And I feel like for some of you, there may be some worry because you may find out about someone's not being like you thought, that this person was all in just like you, or them you, and there will be some just realizing that this person isn't exactly what I had thought. This person is not necessarily only just focusing on work, but there's going to be a I feel like where at one point some of you ran into a relationship because it just felt so right. There may be something that a person says or does, or someone tells you, or you just get it, not necessarily an epiphany, but you something is, again, shared, revealed to you, that you realize this person for who they are, and you could find out that they were not being as honest with you, or you, again, had this perception of seeing them as more than who they are. They're just a human being, and you may have perceived it to be like more of a perfect scenario type of person. So for some of you, this will be kind of like a wake-up call for you this week, and seeing a person for who they are. Okay. And you may find yourself leaving that situation, but I feel like if this is the case, this person is really new, and so you'll be okay. You will leave on with a heavy, having built up feelings and that sort of thing for the person, but you will it won't even take that long, and you'll be okay, but it's better to, now, and then to, invest so much more time, energy, and possibly even get yourself involved in a way that you kind of can't turn back from, than to just kind of cut your losses right now. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. But either way, for most of you, this is a really good week, and I feel like you guys are going to take control over whatever it is that could be problematic, and you're going to find a solution for it this week. So that's what I have for you guys for this week. If you'd like to comment below and this resonates with you, you'd like to share, please do so in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And if you're new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Cancer.